Something walks whistling past my house every night at 3003. Every night, no matter the weather, something walks down our street whistling softly. It always starts at exactly 3003. You can only hear it if you're in the living room or the kitchen. The whistling starts near the Carson place, moves past us, and fades toward the cul-de-sac. When I was younger, my sister and I would sneak into the kitchen to listen. Mom and Dad would catch hell if they found us, but they were never too hard on us. There was one big rule: don't try to look at whatever was whistling. Not that we could, anyway. The shutters were locked every night. My neighborhood is a funny place. Everyone here is really lucky. Good things just seem to happen. A million little blessings, my mom says. The main reason we moved here was my sister Nola. She was born very sick, something with her lungs. A machine had to breathe for her. As soon as we moved here, Nola started getting better. The doctors were confused. But my parents knew. It was just another of the million little blessings. When we moved in, the welcoming committee arrived with a casserole, a gift basket, and a manila folder. They were very friendly. Then, they told my parents about the whistling. They said the whistling was quiet, would never harm us, as long as we didn't look for what was making the sound. The manila folder contained newspaper clippings, stories about car crashes and ruined lives, public deaths and freak accidents. All people who had looked. Not everyone dies, they said, but the life goes out of them. Even if they live, there's no light in them ever again, no presence. My mom didn't take it seriously. She asked if it was a prank. She accused them of trying to scare us. But my dad, he believed every word. The whistler has the same tune every night. Da-da-da-da-dum, da-da-da-da-dum, cheerful, almost playful. My dad is a strong, calm man, but the whistling is the only thing that rattles him. He talks quicker, eyes move faster, he tells us not to think about it. Sometimes I see my mom out in the living room at 3003. She sits on the big red couch just listening. Once or twice a month, she's there. For every small miracle that happens here, now and then, some bad things happen. But they only happen if you look for the whistler. Last night, Nola told me she was tired of the rules. She said she wanted to know what the whistler was. I told her no, but she didn't listen. At 3003, I was in bed. I heard the whistling start. Then I heard the kitchen window creak open. My heart stopped. I ran to the kitchen. Nola was standing at the window, her face pressed to the glass. She gasped. Then she turned to me, her eyes wide. The whistling stopped. In 4 years, it had never stopped. The silence was louder than the sound ever was. Nola didn't speak. She just walked back to her room and crawled into bed. This morning, she was gone. No note, no trace. My parents are frantic. The police have been called. But I know. I saw her face after she looked. There was no light in her eyes anymore. Tonight, at 3003, the whistling started again. But it was different. There was a second sound, just barely audible. A child's voice humming along. The welcoming committee said looking takes the life out of you. They never say what happens after. I guess now I know. You become part of the whistling.